Hello again. In the last video, I've shown you how to create JavaScripts and how to associate them with actions inside our HTML code. In this video, I'm going to show you how to debug HTML and JavaScript because oftentimes we commit errors in writing codes, and we will just be surprised to find out that our web page doesn't run accordingly because there are errors in it. And the most difficult part is finding the error or debugging our source code, both HTML and JavaScript. So in this case, I'm going to show you an example of a JavaScript sent to me by a student with very minimal salient errors, and it took them hours to locate the error, and they were still not able to find it or to find them, and were unable to get the desired result. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to debug HTML and JavaScript together. We are going to do that using a facility called the console of your web page or of your browser. When you're browsing a web page in your browser, actually you can see what is happening behind it by using the console. We open the console by right-clicking on a white space and clicking inspect. Okay, and there's the elements of your web page there, and there's a console tab which you can use to print messages in order to find out at which part of the web page, or rather the JavaScript, is the web page running. So we'll keep this open for the moment and then try the code that was given. So for example, when you type a name and then press hello, it should say hello to the given name. But in this case, we didn't get the desired function or the desired result. If you look at the page, it looks normal. It has the say hello button. It has the say hello function. It also has the get element by ID and the value and the inner.html. Upon first glance, it will be very difficult to look for the error. No? So what we will do is to find the error. Now, the most difficult part is identifying whether the error is an error in the HTML tag or an error in JavaScript. Okay, first we have to identify whether it is JavaScript or it is HTML. So we are going to use a trial by elimination method, which means we have to segregate the JavaScript from the HTML. How do we do that? First, we are going to comment out everything, all lines in our JavaScript code, to eliminate the possibility that it's the JavaScript that's causing the error. Now, when we comment out everything by the comment, characters in C, we are sure that it's not the JavaScript. Okay, because there are no JavaScript commands that run. However, how do we know that the function say hello or the function we are debugging works? First, we are going to use the console.log at the beginning. We should place it at the beginning. So we'll just console.log. It will log an error, rather a message into the browser's console by saying, shall we say, number one, we can have breakpoints. So this is our first breakpoint. We say passed here. Okay. So when the browser executes this, we should get a message called passed here in the console. Okay, that's what we expect. If it doesn't pass through this, then the error is not JavaScript. The error must be in the HTML code. Okay, let's save this and head over and refresh. Okay, let's look at our console. So we type a name, for example, Pete, and then we click say hello. So you see in the console nothing is displayed. So therefore, we can say that the execution did not reach inside the function because it should log this message. So in this case, we are able to delineate that the error or to separate the error. We are now sure that it's not JavaScript. We'll have to head over to our HTML code. Let's look at the button because it's the connection between the HTML code and the JavaScript is the button. So the error must be on this line. Okay, the say hello is correct, the beginning button, and there's an error in the on click. Okay, it's misspelled word, so it must be on click. No, it's very difficult to identify because at first glance everything looks normal. Okay, so now we are able to find out by delineating, okay, or by between JavaScript and HTML. So we are able to identify that this is an error in the button because of the misspelled attribute of on-click attribute. So let us now save this and let's head over to our web page. Let's refresh. Type a name and click say hello. Still, we didn't get the correct message or the desired result, but we are able to get an error, or rather a log in our console. In fact, we can place it here. No, we can identify the line. So it's here, console.log. It's identified by the browser. So this means now that there's another error that we need to look for. So where is that? Anyway, no, we are not yet sure. By the way, the mistake, it's my mistake. We may not be sure. Let's uncomment now to find out if there's still an error. There might not be an error anymore. The error there is I did not uncomment. Sorry, no. So I save this and let's do that again. Refresh. And then type. And see, that's the point, no? It still didn't generate the result, but it went to past here. Which means that there's another error that we need to look for. But this time we are sure that the error is in JavaScript. Okay? So what we will do is we are going to comment everything and comment line per line. Okay? And transfer the console log. Okay? We are transferring the console log to check whether the upper line is erroneous or not. If the console log passes here, then the upper line is not erroneous. If it does not pass, an error message is presented, then it's erroneous. Okay, let's save this. Let's head over to our web page. Click refresh, and type that and say hello. So it passed our log. Okay, where is that? It's there, and so the error above must be correct. Okay, so we'll uncomment another line and transfer the console log after that line, because maybe this value, we can even add the value, no? Okay, the value to find out, no, whether there's, if the above line is erroneous, the value will not be issued correctly. That's okay. So let's save this and let's head over to our web page and type this and say hello. Let's look at our console. Yes, it passed there and it returned the correct value, which means that our upper line is still correct. The line above the console.log is still correct. So therefore, we'll proceed to the next line, uncomment it, okay, and transfer the console there. The console log error. We'll still retain the new name to find out whether we'll have the correct result. If it's correct and the message is not displayed, then there might not be an error message, but we can be sure that the line is erroneous or correct. So we save it and then we refresh the page. We'll type a name and then click say hello. So we didn't erase the first console log. Let's erase it first. It's confusing, no? Let's refresh this again. Let's type Alex and then say hello. So it passed there, but it did not generate the desired result. So which means that the input is correct, but the desired result was not generated, and there's only one suspect line because we have verified that this is a correct line. So this line must be erroneous because it did not generate the right result. Let's look at that closely. Document that is correct. Get element by ID is correct. It's in the correct camel case. Hello message is the correct ID. And then dot inner HTML. Look at that closely, no? Sometimes you cannot distinguish the error. We know that this is erroneous because HTML should be capital. Okay? So we have to do that by close inspection. Okay? Now, let's save this. Okay? And go over to our web page. Okay, and refresh. Okay, and we click. Now it's correct. Okay, and it also passed the correct line and passed the and returned the correct value and issued the correct message. So in this video, I'm trying to demonstrate how to debug line per line using the browser's console and using and typing it and issuing a log in the JavaScript. At first, we have to comment out all JavaScript to separate the error and find out whether it's an HTML error or it's a JavaScript error. Okay, that's all for now, and see you in the next video.